another edition of our retro ranking, where we look at the singles and songs of bands instead of just concentrating on their albums. And this today is part 2 of Ladies' Day. We've already looked at the Bangles, and now we are looking at the extraordinary career, or a bit of a career, of Hazel O'Connor, British singer, songwriter and actress, who came to fame in 1980 in the film Breaking Glass, where she played Kate. It's a great movie, but apart from making this movie, she has made 15 albums and 12 movies. Born in Coventry, daughter of a soldier from Galway who settled in England after the Second World War. She has a brother called Neil, who fronted a punk band called The Flies, whose best known song was Love and Molotov Cocktail, which she actually covered herself. But it was really in 1980 playing the role of Kate in Breaking Glass that really made her. She performed 5 tracks on the album and wrote them. And she got for her performance as Kate, she won the Variety Club of Great Britain Award for Best Actor. She was nominated for a BAFTA for the Best Film Music. Fantastic career. I mean, I know she had a little bit of a health scare not so long ago, but as she's still making music today and involved in the music industry, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go through my favourite songs by Hazel O'Connor as usual. So let's get started. So coming in at number 10, we go to 2005 for an album called Hidden Heart and the track Hidden. This is a very ambient track. Hazel's vocal on this are terrific. It's a little bit different, and that's probably why I like it. This has got that Celtic feel to it. I mean, she's got this Celtic background. Her dad's from Ireland in Galway. And this sort of thing, I think it's embedded in you if you come from that sort of background. Now, I've got my great-grandparents. I have one Scottish grandparent, my great-grandma, hence why my name is spelled I-A-I-N. And my great-granddad was from Ireland. He was from Belfast, who ran away with the circus and met my grandma up in Aberdeen, and God knows how they ended up in Elsbarton in Northamptonshire, but they did. Looking into that as another little project for myself. But again, if you, that's probably I like simple mind and big country and anything Celtic. I think it's in your blood somewhere, and if you drink Guinness as well. I think that's why I like that track. It's such a Celtic track and it's quite moving. Okay, then coming in at number 9. Now I do believe this is her very first single that she released in 1979. Didn't chart. And it's called E.I. Adio. This is just a very raw post-punk song. The keyboards are brilliant in this. It's got that feel of a Toyah song as well. You know, Toyah and her were sort of just about starting up in the same time. I know I do believe they do know each other. And a very, very good song. Okay, then coming in at number 8, we go to 1981 now, to an album called Cover Plus and a song called Runaway. Really nice arrangement, and I think Hazel's got such a great voice. I think she can turn her vocals to any sort of sounding track. Doesn't matter if it's punky, ballady, bluesy, jazzy. She can turn a voice to it and come up with a great song. That is a great song. Okay, then coming in at number 7, go to an album called 5 in the Morning that she released in 1997 great album, and the song, the beautiful Rebecca. It's one of these semi-acoustic songs. Her voice is quite gentle and angelic in places, and you know she's matured, and the tone's wonderful, absolute belting song. Okay, then coming in at number 6, from 1980, a song from Breaking Glass. It was released as a single, didn't chart. The Writing on the Wall. Love this track. I absolutely think it's brilliant. One of the best songs on the soundtrack. Really good vocal, lots of aggression. She's got a voice that even when she's singing aggressively, she keeps it so it doesn't sound strained. There's a lot of singers when they sing aggressive, their voice goes a bit and they can't hit all the notes. Hazel hits every note. Great track. Okay, then coming in at number 5, we go to 1981 now, a song that got to number 10 in the charts, and it's D-Days. For me, this is ska meets electronic. You've got the new wave and the ska sort of fused together to come up with this great track. You've got the keyboards from the new wave, the singing from the ska, the punk. Great little track. Really like that one. Okay, then coming in at number 4, we go back to the Breaking Glass album, 1980, and a track called If Only. Another great song from Breaking Glass. Very similar to another song off the album, which we'll talk about very soon. It's got a really nice feel to it. If you've seen the film, you'll know where it is. Really quite a poignant piece of the film. Great song. Okay, then coming at number 3, we go back to 1997 now, and to the album 5 in the Morning again, and another great song off this album called Something. It's a very quirky song. The bass and drum in this is really good. It just proves even in a mature years you can still sing strong. It's a terrific track. Okay, then coming in at number 2, a single from 1980, again from Breaking Glass, and it is 8th Day. Love the start of that. That keyboard's great. Great vocal from Hazel. Or make some germs to poison the worms. The other thing I like about this is where it slows down and the machine's got upset. Her voice is brilliant, and then she builds it back up again. Brilliant track. Love that song. Okay, then, my number 1. Well, there's only one song. Again, released in 1981, got to number 8 in the charts. Another song from Breaking Glass, and it is the fantastic Will You. One of my favourite songs of the 80s, actually. Great vocal from Hazel. The line, I spill my tea, oh silly me, always sticks out. But of course, the thing that everyone remembers this for is that little bit of drumming. The same sort of thing as Mama and In the Air Tonight, and then you go into this fantastic sax solo performed by Wesley McGugan. Now, rumour has it that was an improv solo. I don't know how true that is, but he just went into the studio and played it. Didn't think about it, just walked in. Okay, ready for you. And it's a brilliant piece. There's also a story about when Hazel O'Connor was performing, and she performed with Duran Duran, who was up and coming then. And John Taylor always says that was the best song of the evening of her set, and also that solo was the most beautiful piece of sax playing he'd heard. It is terrific. It's up there with some, Pink Floyd, Money. I think it's up there. It's terrific. So there's my top 10, but I've got some honourable mentions. And most of these are from her latter part of her career. So the first one is from 2010. It's from an album called Breaking Glass Now, which she did. It's Hazel O'Connor and the Subterraneans, and the track is released as a single, and the track is called World Stops Spinning Without You. Such a lovely song. I think if this had been recorded at her peak, I think this would have charted. But it's 2010 and no one wants to really listen to it. But I do, and I think it's a terrific track. Lovely song, lovely arrangement, and a great vocal from Hazel. Okay then, my next one is from 2011. And it's an album called The Bluja Project, which she did with Claire Hurst and Sarah Fisher. And the track is called Driftwood. Now this is a lovely bluesy jazzy song. It's brilliant. I love this jazzy sound that she's doing. Now, there's quite a few recordings on YouTube of her doing this sort of sound, and it's wonderful, and the album is pretty good as well. Check that album out because it is really good. And my last one today is from the year 2000. Again, it's from an album called Beyond the Breaking Glass, and the track is actually called Beyond the Breaking. Here we have again one of these jazzy bluesy songs. Her voice really suits this sort of genre. What I like her voice in this bluesy jazzy sound, it's got that crispness, that gentleness, and that harshness all rolled into one on these tracks. Them two albums are pretty worth watching and listening to, but the Bluja Project is really good. So that's all for this. Going through this, and it's just come into my head, I need to do a full album ranking of Hazel, like I do Toya, really. Two significant female artists that are terrific, and two of my favourite singers from the 80s. So that will be coming up in the months to come, I think. I've got to do it. Anyway, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. Tomorrow is part 3 of the Sammy Hagar story, and it's the music marathon. It's not 15 tomorrow, it's only 13, but it was the only way we could fit Sammy's solo stuff in and keep the continuity. So we're looking at his solo career, really looking for that. So join me for that for tomorrow. Just before we go, just a quick mention that the live streams are be back next week with myself, Mastermind Dave, and of course Rocky, who's fast asleep at the moment. He's not, as I've said, he's not a morning dog, but I'm sure he will have his vocals ready for next week. It'll be great to come back after, was it 2 months since I contracted Bell's palsy, but as you can see, everything is working. Can't smile properly, look. But we're getting there, and everything else is working now. I can eat properly, my eyes are shutting, so it's all good. So have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.